And welcome to Surplus Only, the channel where we just showcase the kit rather than give review and personal opinion. Today we are going to have a look at the DPM BASHA. A BASHA, a rain shelter, keep you dry. I'm going to measure it with my tape measure and then we'll weigh it off, give you the price and show you round the kit. Okay, price wise here, depending on grade and condition, you are going to get these very, very cheap. They're not too dear, but I'm going to put on screen a collection of prices for you. So if I just stand back here and have a look at an array of prices, usually the prices will reflect its condition. So I'm going to suggest get a mid-priced DPM BASHA. I was once asked where the origins and meanings of the word BASHA, and as far as I can gather, the head shelter called the BASHA was akin to something in the Middle East called a pasha, and a pasha was the linen white head shelters, a pasha, and I think someone changed it to a BASHA, and then that could stand for a certain something. Okay, but a bit of fun today. I'm going to put this out. I'm not going to change the camera angle because I've set it to the trees. It does not come with a stuff sack. You have to find your own. It doesn't come with the cordage. Again, you're going to have to put your own cordage on. It won't come with the pegs for this or the ground anchors. Again, you have to find your own. If you do want to find really decent ground anchors, have a look on this channel, because I have some ground anchors from a different piece of kit and they are awesome. They're the IPK stakes, and I'm going to put mine quite high up just for the sake of the camera. There is a bushcraft method of putting this up where you will slide this up and down on a prusik. I'm not going to do that. If you want to see things like that, go watch yourself a bushcraft channel. I have two IPKs already on there. This is an IPK stake, and if you fancy some of these, have a look on the channel and you can find yourself some brilliant IPK stakes. Let me get my tape measure here and my glasses and we can measure this up. Let's go across its length. I'm going to have to turn my back on you for a second, which will cheer some people up. Got 60 inch to there. It's only an approximation, I'm not going to get it. So 60, so there is 104 inches. That is by its length. Half of its width, we're coming in at roughly 45 inches. So obviously you'll need to double that to 90 inches. This is DPM, the camo on this. DPM means displacement pattern material. Okay, let me show you around this piece of kit. The actual material itself is an IRR, and that is infrared reflective on both sides. You would have this bit here, which is silicone, a webbing loop in the middle with the grommets, all brass, single stitch hem. Now if you do want to turn this over so you don't have this part of the silicone facing the rain, you can obviously flick it over. Now, Army Training Camp or ATC may actually insist you do it this way around with the silicone on the inside. Personally, I wouldn't, because all this is going to get wet and it takes a long time to dry out. But if you're using it for recreation such as fishing or a day shelter or sunscreen, I dare say it doesn't matter. I have removed the stretcher handles from this, but because this is my personal basher, I had no such requirement for such a thing. So mine does go silicone upwards because I don't want to spend hours drying out this fabric underneath. That's the reason I do that. I've had a couple of these in this camo, so I did have one with the casualty evacuation handles, and this one I took them off just to allow me not only a bit of weight saving, but also it was smaller, so I could pack it into that little stuff sack you saw me with. Okay, quartz curtain fold and a roll will have this packed away in no time. If you want to include your bungees, you can. This is a civilian pouch I'm putting it in. It is the Highlander, I think. It'll probably say so on the bottom there. Well worth having a look on the channel for these things. IPK stakes. If you have a Northern Ireland patrol sack, there is your basher in the side pocket there. That's everything you're going to want to know. Until next time, take care of yourself. I'll see you out there.